Well, I want to talk about something here. Most of us settle. Most of us settle for what we think is the it life. When we kind of, because I've seen it with myself. Like I used to think that okay, if I finish school, whatever job that I have, that is the thing that I will do for the rest of my life. But now I'm understanding that there is so much more to our life than what we what we settle for, because we have that settlement mentality that anything that we are doing we feel comfortable with, and that's it. That's about what we can do. Well, as long as we are receiving money, as long as we are doing something in our life and we are feeding ourselves and we are comfortable, that's about it. And we don't get to push ourselves to extreme, like push ourselves to find out what is more out there for us, because the Bible says that, I mean, interestingly, the Bible tells us that we are created in God's image and in God's likeness. So we have that capacity on the inside of us because we are his image and we are his likeness. So whatever that we put a cap on, we close the lid. Whatever that we put, that we've entitled ourselves to, that is who we will definitely live for till the end of our experience here, our time here on earth. Like if I put a lid on myself and say that I am this person, and that is the person that I will be for the rest of my life, we tend to settle more for what comes to us. We don't, because that was the mentality that was given to us, and we don't push ourselves beyond the unfamiliar grounds. We settle for what we see and what we are comfortable with. But if the Bible says, let us make man in our image and our likeness, then God is great. And if we are made in his image and in his likeness, then the things that we are supposed to aim for should be like great. We shouldn't settle for less. But because we have that mentality of settling, that settlement mentality, so we settle for what we see is comfortable, and we don't push ourselves that much to to an extent where we are uncomfortable. We want to be comfortable in our lives. So when it's time for us to push ourselves onto doing something else, we be reluctant to do it. So we just say, no, I'm good at this. I think this is who I am meant to be. I'm meant to be this. So that's what I will. So we train our mind to be relaxed at what it does every day or what it does constantly. And that's something that I have seen in myself. Like, you know, and once I have understood that I have the capacity of Christ, I have the capability inside of me to aim for things that are beyond, like, unbelievable, like things that are much more impossible in my eyes. And if we have that mentality, if we have that mindset to pursue things outside of our comfort zones, we are capable of doing it. But because we have the settlement mentality, we kind of settle for what we what we are good at, or what we feel comfortable with, and that's it for us. So most of us, instead of pushing ourselves, we park our cars and we go about our lives every day without realizing that there is more to life than just us being, you know when we have this mentality of, like, I am created in God's image and in his likeness, and because my God is great, there is nothing less about the God that I serve. So if I am created in his image and in his likeness, then the things that I should aim for are, they should be much higher than what my eyes can see, like the impossible. So for most of us, once we see that we have a good paycheck, or then we settle and we say, okay, this is our life, and then we try to build our life around that particular thing that we think is good for us. And so our whole mind, our whole being is centered around that particular area, or that particular job, or that particular career. And then and then we come to realize that at the end of that career, that road pathway, or that career that we are going, like, there's an end to it. There's an end to that which we are settling for. And once that has come to an end now, then we kind of want to start all over again, because most of us have jobs that require a certain age where you have to retire. But the thing that you are good at is the one that will stick with you till death. But we spend our life so much building around something that is temporary, which we should be training ourselves to do something that will keep us going till the end of our stay here in this experience, or in this reality, in this realm. So, like, this video is just to say that we are created in God's image and in his likeness. So we have that capacity of aiming higher, but because we are so used to the what we see, what we feel, what we taste and touch, the physical. So we settle for that only. But there is more to us, there is more to me, there is more to you all, there is more to all of us here than just what we settle for. But if we push ourselves. So how I know this is because of what the word says. The word says that we are created in his image and in his likeness. But we ourselves limit ourselves. So yeah. Thank you for listening. That was just an understanding that I wanted to share. Yeah.